I know how women become when they have economic abundance.
Women have actually been managing household finances, ensuring that families are able to get by, even with however much that they have.
For me, I just want to be free. It's as simple as that. I want financial freedom. I want to be serious. I want to be disciplined. I want to change my mindset about money.
I had to turn them down because I knew what it is that I wanted. But now coming to the story of shame, it's no doubt that poverty strips you of your dignity. It makes you feel less than your counterparts.
When did you last have a date with your money? When? Once a week? Once a month? Have a date with your money. Have a conversation. Am I managing it so that I'm financially well?
I'm going to stop this conversation here because this is not where it ends. This is not where it ends. It was very interesting when you said money dates because I said we're going to have several money dates. Hello, Agenda Women Tribe. I have a huge announcement to make today. If you attended the Agenda Women Summit in 2023, you would know that we had a financial wellness panel in partnership with Nedbank. As part of that panel, I announced that we would be launching Agenda Women Money Dates. I am thrilled to announce that we are continuing our partnership with Nedbank and we will be introducing the Agenda Women Money Dates. The Agenda Women Money Dates will be a financial transformation program for the modern working woman who's looking at effectively managing their finance by increasing their financial wellness and health. The program aims to help women better understand their financial decisions, cultivate good money habits, and enhance their personal understanding of their finances. This will be achieved through a 9-month hybrid transformational journey that will help the participants better understand their financial status and take tangible steps that will help them better improve their financial health and therefore their prosperity. If you want to learn more about the program and potentially sign up so that you can also get involved, I encourage you to stay tuned in to my conversation with Ciko Thomas, who is the Group Managing Executive for Retail and Business Banking at Nedbank. Welcome to the Agenda Women Money Days, powered by Nedbank. Ciko, I'm excited to have you join me on this conversation that I know is quite important for both you and I, financial health and wellness. Last year we had, right? Anyone who knows me knows I'm all about speaking about money all the time. Last year, we partnered with Nedbank at the Agenda Women Summit, and we had a financial wellness panel, which received outstanding feedback, especially when we had the community sharing their stories. Why was it important for Nedbank to then get on this money dates journey with us?
No, Namdani, it's fantastic to be here, firstly. And it's a big topic, right?
Yeah.
It's a big topic for Nedbank in particular, because it speaks to our purpose. Right at the heart of our purpose is this idea that money, well managed, does good things for society, does good things for individuals, for businesses, for society, and for families.
Yeah.
It's right at the heart of our purpose. And our job as money experts, we're a bank, we're money experts, we understand money. We've said that we want to take our understanding of money and share it with communities.
Yeah.
It's a big thing. It's part of our purpose.
Yeah.
Because also what we find is that people don't like talking about money. It's this funny thing.
Yeah.
And yet it makes our lives happen, right? But people have got this strange relationship with it, where they don't want to talk about it. It's taboo to talk about money. And there are all sorts of social stigmas that are associated with people talking about money.
Yeah.
And in many ways, how and where people end up finding themselves in sticky situations with money is because of things that they could have just shared.
Absolutely.
With everyone. So it's right at the heart of why we exist as a business, speaks to our purpose, and it's a big topic for us.
I think one of the things that excites me about the partnership with Nedbank is the alignment of purpose. So I don't know if you know this, but for Agenda Women, our purpose is to give women the confidence to own their future. And one of the reasons we anchored our purpose around confidence is because there was a study done by Cantor that spoke about contributors to confidence. And right at the top was financial autonomy, where women were saying, when I don't feel like I can manage my money, I don't feel like I can and grow my money, it does affect my confidence. So it's really exciting to partner with a bank that fundamentally understands the impact that we can make when we share information and insights around how to manage money better. You guys did a study where you then shared a financial health index that exposed what the financial health status was, I think, for the country. Can you share a little bit about what the findings there were and how we'll be incorporating some of that into the program?
Yeah, it was a fascinating study, and it was the first in the market, the study that we did. And the big thing about it was to try and get South Africans to talk about their relationships with money, how they spend money, how they earn money, what happens in times of need, all of those things, and try to quantify that. So, we've created this financial health index through the study that we did, and the intention is to track it every year at the very least, so that we create a database to see what the financial health of South Africans is.
Yeah.
People ordinarily understand their health stats. I'll tell you my blood pressure, all of those things. But people don't do that with money, and there's no reason why we shouldn't.
Yeah.
So at the heart of the Financial Health Index was a tool that we wanted to create where South Africans can understand the state of their well-being. In the study is that the financial well-being of South Africans is not great.
Yeah.
The index showed a level where there's huge amounts of improvement that can be made. So hopefully through the study, we've created a baseline of understanding. And hopefully through the work that we do, us as a bank, and hopefully other financial institutions as well. We don't want to own the space. It's important for all of us as financial institutions to get South Africans to talk about money. Hopefully we can get South Africans to improve their financial health, as it were. It's a little bit like, I'm chubby and I want to lose weight. I've set myself goals. And so my baseline is X, and I've set myself a goal of improving it to Y.
Yeah.
So we want to do the same with the Financial Health Index. We've used where we started as a baseline, as X. So we want to then continue to monitor it and see if the interventions that we've put in place are helping South Africans improve their scores.
I'm really excited to learn more about this financial health index. Actually, our first conversation is going to be about financial health. And as someone who's very driven by success and milestones and figuring out how I can get better, it really is exciting to see how the program helps our community better understand how being financially healthy looks. I think one of the things that's quite important, I imagine, to financial health is habits, right? What is it that I'm doing on a daily basis? Very similar to exercising. If I get those right, then I get better. When you think about your personal journey, what do you believe were some of the basic fundamental childhood beliefs that shaped your relationship with money today?
Do you know what excites me, Nomdeni, about this? It's kind of a little bit where you started around the work that you're doing as agenda women. I come from a household where my mother was the center of everything that happened with the little resources that we had financially.
Yeah.
She controlled them. And the values that she taught us as a family and us as children, myself with my siblings, around how we want to think about money. Money is a valuable commodity. You need to be very judicious in how you manage what little you have.
Yeah.
You have to work for it. Doesn't fall from trees.
That's so important.
Right?
That's so important.
Right? And a lot of how I still live my value system is shaped around that. Even my relationships with people. One of the first things I want to know, if I meet you socially or in a business setting, is fantastic. How do you make your money?
Yeah.
Because it's important to me. Especially in a country like ours, where we've got plagues like corruption, etc., driven by individuals.
Yeah.
Corruption doesn't happen on its own. And a lot of people that you interact with routinely, you meet someone, they look like they've got a nice life, and you don't know how they make their money. For me personally, it's very important that before we enjoy a social interaction, a cup of tea or a drink, I want to know how you earn your money.
Yeah.
Because then it gives me agency to say, if I'm not comfortable with how you make your money, I can choose to terminate the relationship. And often I do. And so these are the values that are inculcated in me personally, and they come from where I grew up. The value of an honest day's work, and where you earn your money through honest toil, what you then do with your money, you can't fritter it away.
Yeah.
Because it's valuable. It comes from toil, it comes from hard work, and it comes from discipline. And so that's my own relationship with money.
Yeah.
You know, I earn it with those values in mind, and I manage it and I spend it in the same way, very judiciously, very conservatively, very mindful of the way, of the chain of events that, you know, see me earning what little I have.
I absolutely love that answer. It speaks to, you know, as we were developing this program with the Nedbank team, there were conversations even about psychological safety that comes with having money and being able to make your own money, particularly as a woman. So even as part of the program, that's some of the stuff that we're going to be delving into. I think it's one of the things that we don't speak enough about, the ability to have the safety psychologically, because you have the ability to earn your own money and to then decide how you're going to be using it. When you think about the next couple of months with the program getting started, what are you most excited to see?
I'm just happy with the start of the conversations.
Yeah.
Because where we started around the financial health index, the more South Africans are engaged, especially women, for me selfishly, because of what I've explained as my background,
Yeah.
where my mother was a fulcrum around how money was earned and how it was thought of and spent, I still have a reference point of a female figure being a person who is very influential in how financial affairs of households, you see it in business now, it's getting ascendancy as well, with the growth of women in the workplace, which is fantastic to see, and long may it continue. This relationship with money is necessary.
Yeah.
So I think that that relationship is going to be at the epicenter of how society starts engaging and thinking about money, how we earn it, how we think about saving it and spending it, but importantly, how we grow it.
Yeah.
Because there's a very big conversation that needs to be demystified around, you know, you've got money, you need to think about how you grow it.
Absolutely.
And it's okay to grow your money, to grow it legally. What are those avenues? How do you want to think about it? Because that's what lifts societies. You know, that's what lifts, you know, kind of social well-being and societal well-being. The issue that you can grow financially and be financially well off as a society. So for me, this sequence of events where you guys are starting with these conversations is really, really exciting for me, because I see it as the beginning or the opening up of this pathway that gets us to talk about money.
Yeah, I think you've spoken to all the things that we know are some of the big challenges that women have when it comes to their relationship with money. The ability to think really big about their money, and also understanding fundamentally that if money sits in women's hands, they are normally the people who are community builders. They are normally the people that got into the world and they want to impact more lives. So I'm really excited to see the shift that we're going to experience with women better understanding, firstly, how to even make the money grow that they already have, but also to work with people who have 5,000 rands and people who have 50,000 rands, and figuring out how do you make the best decisions with what you have. When you tell your mother's story, I imagine that could be the place where you go when you think about the words of encouragement for anyone who's watching this and considering being part of this program. Why do you think they should really sign up and get involved with the work that we're about to start?
I think it's vital for people to have an active relationship with money. The words active relationship are very important for me. And for me, a program like this does that. You know, because often people tend to have a passive relationship. There's little of it going around often. You know, so you think, gosh, I've earned my money. It's going to go debit orders. It's going to settle debts and this and this and this. So the very idea that there could be some left over to start a conversation around save and grow is often taboo for a lot of people. And yet when people talk, you start figuring out things together. You know, there are traditions in the South African social fabric, traditions like the Stokvel system, which is a system where people create savings pool.
Yeah.
With what little money they've got, they put it away, but they put it away together. So for me, these things and these traditions are not things that are new. These things that are deeply ingrained in our social fabric. And for me, this program takes that tradition or those traditions and makes them mainstream. They're in the conversations, they're part of the way that people live, they're part of the day-to-day conversations that people have about everything that they do, including money. Because it's often that people talk about everything else, but money is excluded.
Yeah.
It's not part of the conversation. This puts it at the front and center of people's day-to-day conversations, and that's what excites me.
I am so honored to have had this conversation with you. I think you should actually consider being a money coach on the side because you have a lot of insights. I am really looking forward to having another conversation with you as we journey on. I think it's going to be interesting to start to unpack what we're seeing as women get more and more involved in the program. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for having me.
If you want to be part of the program, I want to encourage you to visit agendawomen.com. That is www.agendawomen, which is plural.com, and look for the tab Money Dates, and you will be able to sign up and potentially be part of this amazing journey with us.